covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Happening today, multiple controlled burns in one local city. We'll share where you can expect to see smoke as local law enforcement students prepare for fire season. Plus, a major drug bust in one local city. What we're learning about the woman accused of having more than a pound of fentanyl. And caught on camera, multiple bears wandering through local neighborhoods. All next on this June 6th edition of Action News Now. And good morning, I'm Jafet Serrato. Thank you so much for starting your Monday off with us, dark and early. Let's check in with Court Klopping because, like we always say, Court, you're never more than 10 minutes away from your local weather here on Action News Now. And Court, I think I'm ready to conquer this Monday. I got this cup of coffee here. What do people need to know before they head out?
Well, Jafet, I would certainly recommend wearing those lighter layers today. Temperatures on the rise, and don't forget those sunglasses. You're getting ready to head out the door either. Now, you don't really need to bundle up much this morning, although you might want the light extra layer. At the moment, we're in the 50s to lower 60s in the valley, 40s to upper 50s in the foothills, and 40s in most of our mountain zones. So the temperature trend for the valley up slightly compared to this time yesterday, down a little bit for some of our mountain areas. I'll be taking a look at that and the 24-hour temperature trend coming up here in a minute. But I do want to show you the satellite and radar where skies have been clearing out over the last few hours after that wet system that brought the cooler temperatures and the showers through our weekend forecast is now well off to our east. Temperatures in your morning coffee forecast in those mid-50s to lower 60s starting the day, warming up quickly with sunshine in mid-60s at 8 a.m. And Jafet coming up in just a couple of minutes. How warm is it going to be getting this afternoon? And could we be looking at triple-digit heat returning in your first full week of June's forecast?
Thank you so much, Court. Well, happening today, CAL FIRE will be holding a number of small training burns in Redding as firefighters and local enforcement students prepare for wildfire season. Action News Now reporter Jordan Henry is live at CAL FIRE Station 61. So Jordan, what will students be learning today?
Jafet, firefighters or law enforcement students will be learning how a wildfire started and how to investigate it. And if you look at your screen, this is what those students will be doing. CAL FIRE usually holds its annual one-week class ahead of fire season to prepare firefighters and other agencies. As the weather gets warmer and drier, wildfire ignitions will increase and will require more agencies to investigate the fires. The 28 students will be divided into investigation teams, and the volunteers will plan controlled burns north of Shasta College and Ross Ranch. And the control burns will take place today from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and tomorrow in the afternoon. Live in Redding, Jordan Henry, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Thank you so much, Jordan. CAL FIRE says they will continue to monitor current and predicted weather and are prepared to reschedule these burn days if need be. And happening right now, there are some lane closures on I-5 that you should know about before you head out the door. This is north of Red Bluff. It is part of a $5 million project to clear obstacles in the freeway recovery zone. Caltrans is doing this so cars that leave the freeway can have a clearer path to return to the freeway. This is happening between the 9 Mile Hill overcrossing and the Bowman Road overcrossing. Both north and southbound lanes will be impacted through 7 o'clock this morning. These closures will be happening again later tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. This morning, 7 trailers and RVs remain at Comanche Creek in Chico, even though they were supposed to be gone 4 days ago. Code enforcement and the police target team were out there Thursday towing some away. That's when the 7-day notices handed out earlier expired. Many people still staying at Comanche Creek say they don't know where to go and are confused about why they have to move.
Well, my husband's saying that he's going to move it to his parents' house so it doesn't get taken. So we're going to move it towards over there so we have a trailer so we don't have to lose it. So that's an option.
Some are also thinking about getting rid of their trailers altogether and live straight off a tent. Remember, the city only has to provide shelter to tent campers when homeless camp enforcements happen, since RVs and trailers are considered shelter. Marion police snatched a pound of fentanyl worth $30,000. Officers say if they didn't, those drugs were going straight to the streets of downtown Reading. The operation happened on Saturday, but the investigation into fentanyl trafficking in the downtown area started last April. Officers say they found the fentanyl after searching the car of Abigail Mandeville. Mandeville is now charged with transporting narcotics. Two other people named Tony Thompson and Cletus Dotson were charged with criminal conspiracy. The midway between Chico and Durham is back open this morning after a crash forced the road to close down. You can see the back of a van badly damaged. The crash happened sometime before 5 p.m. Saturday at the intersection of the Midway and Blossom Lane. In total, 3 vehicles were involved. CHP officers told Action News Now no one was seriously hurt. They also said one man ran from the crash site right after the wreck. He was later found and taken into custody. We're working to find out if drugs or alcohol were involved. Someone recently died in one of Chico's public right-of-ways. Early Saturday morning, officers went over to the LINDO channel to check on an unresponsive person in a tent. This was behind an address on Cohasset Road. Police say life-saving measures were attempted, but the person died. The Butte County Coroner's Office is still trying to figure out how that person died, but investigators say there is no evidence to suggest they died in a suspicious manner. And caught on camera, a bear making its way into a Trinity County home. Take a look. You can see the bear walking past a white car. The homeowner named Barbara Losi tells Action News Now that she lives on Glen Road in Lewiston. She recently moved her doorbell camera to crack down on who's been digging into her trash. You can imagine her shock when she found out that it turned out to be a bear. After this happened, the homeowner's trash bag was never seen again. Another big bear caught on camera, this time in the city of Quincy. Take a look. This guy was casually walking across the driveway and then making its way into the yard of that home. Based on the timestamp on the top left corner of this video, we think this bear sighting happened 15 minutes before 7 p.m. on Saturday. And you're never more than 10 minutes away from your local weather here on Action News Now. We go now to Court Klopping, who's at the Storm Tracker Weather Center with your forecast.
Jafet, that's right. And as we're getting ready to take on this first full work week of June, we're going to be seeing a change of pace on the way. Now, over the weekend, we had that wet system that brought cooler temperatures, cloudy skies, and even some showers to our region. That's now well off to our east. And as you get a look at the skies overhead this morning, we still have the clouds, but they're going to be clearing out today. This is that live look from the Deer Creek Highway camera. It's located just up Highway 32 to the east of Chico, looking west over the valley. Plenty of cloud cover overhead right now, but that's going to be thinning out rather quickly today. So clearing and warming today, cloudy but dry midweek with temperatures continuing to climb, and the heat peaks on Friday. Could be up for some dangerous heat on the way later this week, something you're going to want to plan ahead for. Now, as far as where we are this morning, we're in the 50s to 60s in the valley, mostly 50s in the foothills, and we're still in the 40s in most mountain areas. So Chico right on par with yesterday. Red Bluff a few degrees cooler, but both Reading and Orrville a bit warmer. And our higher elevations, that temperature trend is down by up to around 5 degrees compared to this time yesterday. Still does not necessarily warrant a jacket, though, on your way out the door this morning. Maybe a light extra layer, but nothing more than that. And as far as what's going on with the wind, it's lighting out of the north this morning. It's not going to change much today. We'll see it up to around 10 miles an hour. And satellite and radar showing you those clouds continuing to brush across our region, but they'll be thinning out after around 8 a.m. Sunshine projected for us by noon. Then some cloud cover starting to roll into our higher elevations. Going to be spotty at best towards your evening hours, so mostly just sunshine today. Make sure you've got the sunglasses handy and you're ready for those warmer temperatures, because we're going to be topping out in the mid 80s to low 90s in the valley today. Temperatures in the 70s to low 80s in the foothills, and mostly 70s in our mountain zones. Your temperature trend, Jafet, it is just climbing. Take a look at this roller coaster ride up to around 104 degrees on Friday in Chico. It's mid to upper 80s today, low to mid 90s in the valley Tuesday into Wednesday, and then upper 90s to triple digits late this week before those temperatures slide again this weekend. And I'll have a breakdown of what's really driving these warming temperatures coming up in less than 10 minutes.
It is getting sizzling hot. Thank you, Court. Well, the time is 9 minutes after the hour. This morning, a community is on alert following an attempted murder at a local high school.
It gives you a little bit of pause now, thinking about, the kids just kind of roaming freely in the neighborhood.
Coming up, the latest on the victim's condition and the 14-year-old charged with the crime. Plus, a push to keep people safe. Details on new training bartenders in California are getting that could save lives. And 8 mass shootings were reported in cities across the country as officials brace for a bloody summer ahead. More on the string of violence straight ahead on Action News Now Mornings.